Good morning one and all. In today's video we will learn next point from your database chapter, that is about ADO. ADO, it is another Microsoft database strategy. It is used to access database just like others. Just we have seen OLEDB, then ODBC, RDO, DAO. So just like that, it is an advanced one, that is a ADO. ADO stands for ActiveX Data Object. ActiveX Data Object, it is providing having a higher level API. Now interface will be provided, and this interface will interact with the OLEDB, and then this OLEDB indirectly interact with your data source. So it is more lighter, more efficient, and more universal data access API. More universal access data access API means you can access any type of data, sources, not only your MS Access. It can be any another data system, open source data system, or it is stored as in a non-relational database. Every kind of database you can access with this ADO. It is more lighter and more efficient than OLEDB and ODBC database. You can consider it is a replacement for DAO and RDO. That we have seen. DAO requires Jet Engine. RDO, it is using Jet Engine only for accessing MS Access database, and others can be accessed easily. So it is more efficient than these two technologies. It is a universal solution that you can access any type of data, interact with any kind of data, from database to email to simple text files or a spreadsheet. So this ADO was not limited just for communicating OLEDB data source. It is using a provider model. It can interact with directly with any kind of data source also. We can see an example that ADO, it is interacting to the ODBC provider. So with this direct communication, this ADO, it is more flexible one and having a greater performance. See this picture. This diagram indicates how exactly ADO connected to your data store. Application ADO, it is connected to the ODBC if that data provider is kind of ODBC, and if it is of the OLEDB, then it can also interact with the OLEDB, and then this ODBC and OLEDB directly interacting to the data store. So ADO, it is a high level API. So if you having this physical level API just like ODBC and OLEDB, so this will interact with this physical level component of the ODBC drivers, and this ODBC driver directly connected to the data store. So it is not only dependent on OLEDB, but it can interact with the any another data source also. Now what are the features of ADO? One is that batch updating. Batch updating, suppose you want to update a record set, not only a single record, not only a single row, but if you want to update entire record set, then it is possible with the help of the ADO. So all the changes will be done at the same time, which is also called as with the help of the command as an update batch. Second feature, disconnected data access. It is having a capability to work with the data which is not connected, which is in a disconnected state. So that is possible with the help of this ADO. Third one, that is about multiple record set. We can execute multiple queries and it will return the multiple record set. As we can execute a query, we can write a query such a way that it returns a multiple record set. That is possible, and all these will be kept in the memory. So this is about the ADO features. The next we will learn, that is about the ADO.NET. Now here in ADO you can see the first letter, that is about word, that is ActiveX Data Object. As this ActiveX indicate that it is supporting for the ActiveX control. ActiveX, it is one of the COM technology developed by the Microsoft, and it is having the add-on components. Some components are already present in the web browser. You can add it directly rather than writing the code from scratch. For example, Microsoft having their own code of clock system that you can add directly on the web browser, so it will show the real time. So you no need to write down this code from the scratch. You can compare this ActiveX control. It is just like your Java applet in case of Java. So same that which is present with this ADO. Now ADO.NET, you can see only the .NET component, it is here extra with this ADO.NET. It is a successor of this ADO. Now with the introduction of this .NET framework, Microsoft introduced a new data access model which is called as a ADO.NET. ADO.NET, it is not only an ActiveX, but it is providing many features along with this ADO features and along with the new features. Now it supports the communication of the data source through both ODBC, OLEDB. Also it offers the another options for using database connectivity. It is having greater performance than ADO. It provides a custom code setting for the data source instead of the common setting just like a generic ODBC or the OLEDB code. See this connection, that is application connected requesting to ADO.NET. ADO.NET, it is connected directly to data store. If there are the OLEDB drivers, then it can connect through that one also, or it can connect through the ODBC also. So it is providing another option that it can directly interact with your data store. Now this model, it is a new one and it consisting of the 5 basic objects. Now here in ADO.NET, the record set and cursor, these concepts are very old one. It has gone, and this new concept or everything it works on these 5 objects. So which are that? One is a connection. So what is a connection? Connection, its name is indicating it is to make the connection. So connection object is responsible for establishing and maintaining the connection. So it is used to make the connection to the data source or to disconnect to a data source. That is about the connection. Second command, that command object stores the query that you want to execute, whether you want to present data, whether you want to write some content into the table, into that particular database, you want to access some data from the database. That command in the form of the query is stored in this command object. Data reader, the third object, it is used to read reading capability that will be through the quickly with the help of the loop through the records. So data reader object, it is used to read the data from the database. Next one, it is very important one, data set. Data set, it is used as storage mechanism for disconnected data. Suppose we have made the connection and just we have disconnect that data. So that disconnected data will be stored in this data set. So you no need to communicate with the data source. So it is just like a in-memory repository to store that data that has been retrieved. And the next one, it is about data adapter. Data adapter, it is responsible for retrieving the data from the command object and update that particular database. So populating the data set with the data return. So if you want to persistently change some data set, persistently change that particular data source, then data adapter will be used. So it is a bridge between the gap bridges the gap between data set and data source. As you know that data set, it is storing a disconnected data. So as it is a disconnected data, so you need to have the consistent data set because the data source might have been updated and your data set has not been updated. Then in that case, data adapter will fill this gap. Data adapter look for the data source whether is there any changes or not. If there are some changes in the data source, then that changes will be updated into your data set. That is a function of the data adapter. Remember, data set means your data, it is a disconnected one, or this disconnected data, it is stored into the memory temporarily. So at the same time, suppose some user has changed the database, added some one line, one row in the database, then that added data entry will be passed with the help of the data adapter to the dataset. That is a function of data adapter. According to these 5 objects, there are some advantages of the ADO.NET, which are that first one, it is supporting for disconnected data set or disconnected data access. As it is supporting the disconnected data access, so it just reduces the load on the server, MS SQL server, because to maintain the connection for 24/7, so it is a costly one. So rather than, it will limit the number of simultaneous connections, and if it is required, then that connection will be established. Otherwise, some data will be retrieved, that will be stored into the data set, and the functions can be performed. So that is one of the feature or one of the advantage of this truly disconnected data access. Second thing, it gives a improved performance because of the connection pooling. As we know that the connections will be get disconnected, and this data will be stored in the data set. So if you require this connection again to be re-established, so to fetching the data from the scratch, so it will take the data from the data set, and some additional data with the help of data adapter can be added. So in that way, it will save the memory, as well as it will improve the performance with the help of the connection pooling. Third one, it can work with the XML also. So dataset object stores the data into the XML. So it is very easy to filter and sort the data in the memory. So it because of the XML uses, it is easy to use it when it is easy to filter that data and sort that data into the memory. Also, it is very easy to convert a data into different formats, as well as it is easily persist to another data store, and we can restore it again. So these are some advantages of data set object. Because of the data set and data adapter, these extra features, extra advantages provided with this ADO.NET. So again, just I am repeating it. 1. With the help of truly disconnected data access, no need to make a connection 24/7, and you can access the data at any time. 2. Even with the help of this connection pooling, suppose we have connected data, we have fetched the data into the data set. Next time again we want to make a connection with the same data source, then we will use the previous record set which is stored in the data set, and just additional information which is added into that data source will be passed to that particular application with the help of the data adapter. So it will save the memory, it will save the time, and it will increase the performance. Another thing, that dataset object stores data into the XML. XML is easy to use, easy to filter that data, and easy to sort that data in the memory. So this is about the ADO.NET, and we have learned 2 points in this video, ADO and ADO.NET. Right now we will stop here, and thank you.